everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Girl and Gay. I'm your host, Chris Dowd, and this is my beautiful co-host, Miss Helen Kay. We're joining you in for another week because our first upload worked. We got like 3 people watching it. We're very excited. So let's just start in with a general chat.
Well, first I wanted to tell you was Emily, you know, who commented on
Yes. Oh my
Everyone.
God. She like made like I'm not even kidding when I say like just seeing that little comment and like the likes on like the Instagram. I'm like, you're a real one, Emily. If ever
It's
you
nice of
want
them.
like a cheeky discount or some knits from me, I will give you a knitwear piece.
We
Not on
might
the
change it.
house, but like 20% off. It's expensive going to manufacturing.
Well,
You
you
see
might change
something
your
on my page, you
mind
let me know.
because I messaged her and I was like, "Oh, thank you, da, da, da." And she was like, not gonna lie, I need subtitles for Chris.
Okay, well, Emily, you're cancelled. I will be blocking you from the page. How dare you?
Learn the Queen's English, Christopher, for fuck's sake.
What do you mean? I know the Queen's Aussie.
Did we talk about we at some point we talked about Glasgow? Was that last episode? I can't remember.
I don't think we spoke about it on the pod.
No, I
'Cause
think
you
we
were-
did because you
we did?
mentioned it, and I was just like, I'm literally gonna be sick if we do this again. But maybe
Yeah.
not. Maybe I'll have to go and find it and dig it out, and then I'll put it up, and then they can be like, oh yeah, he needs subtitles.
I think I speak clearly enough. Like
Yeah, you're
you can
fine.
pick up the gist.
Sometimes I speak too high pitched that it doesn't catch
Mm.
it on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in one of the tests we did, it was like, I'm Helen, and I did it so high pitched that it was
Yeah.
just like Helen.
Oh.
So great. Didn't fucking pick up. Excellent. It's the first time I've said my name. No one cares. It's not there.
I love that. So, what did you get up to this week? Walk us through it.
I mean, what did I do? I went to London. I told you I went to London. I was going to do like a
Yeah.
little. I did do voice notes of all my triggers because I thought there'd be loads, but I actually walked around London more than going on the
Yeah.
underground.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Oh, London is so nice to walk around. Like, you just go past so many places and you're like, need to go
Mm.
here, need to go here. Like, look at that cute
Yeah.
little balcony with the fairy lights. £5 pints. Like, let's get
Yeah.
inside. But so it's not, I love a deal. But yeah, so not that many things annoyed me actually. But let
Mm.
me tell you the things that did annoy me. Okay.
Oh, I love this. Go ahead.
Right. So on the bus, I have to get the bus to get to the train station. It's very tragic.
Mhm.
But w- I've seen this twice now. I do not understand this. Two people who are clearly traveling together.
Yeah.
Two are sat on. One person is sat on 2 seats.
Yeah.
One person is sat on another 2 seats, and that's either across or
Yeah.
behind. And then they have to speak really fucking loud to talk to each other. And I'm like, why don't you just swap your seats, sit together, because you're clearly here together? Why do people do that?
I don't get it. Like, I understand everyone sort of wants to have their like personal space, but like you're clearly traveling with a mate. Just sit
If
next to them, have a
If
little
you want
gap.
personal space, get a taxi, get a car. Like
Yeah,
you can't just
exactly.
take up 4 seats. I tell you, if I see people like with their bags on the seats when you've been told to put your bag on the floor, I'm asking you to move your bag. Like that's the cunty energy I bring. I'm like, fuck you. Could you move your bag, please? Thank you so much. Like it so annoys me.
Oh my God. See, I wish I cared about people that much. If I see 2 people sitting next like on 2 different seats, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, if I don't like catching the bus, I'm already here. I don't want to get into like an argumentative mood before heading out to like lunch or like a
I'm a
dinner. I'm
Karen,
like,
so
"Mm." See, but like sometimes you have to be because like God knows there's going to be like a group of teenagers who all decide to like sit on a 2-person seat one by one, and then like they occupy like 3 rows and 6 seats total, and you're just like,
why?
guys, why are we doing this?
Yeah, literally.
Like I would have just been like, oh, fucking kids, and just walked off.
See, I mean, I'm not arguing with kids. I don't know if they got knives on them or what. Like, these kids, like kids now, are so uneducated. They
Yeah.
probably just have everything on them. I don't want to get bleach thrown in my face. Like, do you know what I
Teenagers
mean?
scare me. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. They were eating like Tide Pods back in the day. Like, I don't know what they're doing now,
Oh
playing
my
with
god,
like
I
fence or
remember
something.
that. It was like the fucking some sort of challenge, and you're like,
Yeah. You
bring
ate
back
like a Tide Pod.
education. What are we doing? Oh, I don't know. And then
I'm
what
not
was
gonna lie though, I kind of want to bite into one because I feel like it would be a satisfying bite. Like, you know what I
eat a
mean?
grape? Do you know what
No,
I
but
mean?
like, no, but it's like, it looks squishy. I feel like it would be like pleasant, like just biting down on one.
I love how you're here, like, insulting these kids for eating Tide Pods, and you're like,
I'm like,
"Oh,
oh,
want
what
to
does it
go
taste like?
there?"
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
Idiot.
No, okay.
No, no. See, this is why. This is literally, this is the equivalent, the modern day equivalent of the chocolate cigarettes that we were talking about last week. Like, it's
The
just
chocolate Tide
encouraging,
Pods.
yeah, it's encouraging kids to do dumb fucking shit.
I say if they want to do the dumb shit, let them do the dumb shit. It's how they learn.
I'm the first.
Yeah.
And somehow you've just coasted by that and managed to avoid it, but you should probably be dead. So that's all I'm saying.
Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't one of those. You know how there were some of those kids back in like pre-K or like primary school who would just eat sand, and you're like, what are you doing? I wasn't one of those kids.
I don't know if that ever happened. I mean, there was always that kind of like opaque glue paste thing.
Ah,
It was like kind of see through, not the full
yeah,
on white, and everyone's had a
yeah.
taste of that. Like
Everyone's had
everyone.
a bit of a nibble. Why not?
Yeah.
You know what I used to love chewing on? Those like little plastic like Polly Pockets. I feel like they're just so exciting.
I just played with them.
You ever had a bite of like a little plastic doll?
I'll tell you fucking what.
Yeah.
The little rubbery clothings though, I have definitely put one of them in my
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah, of course. I don't know. Maybe we have piker or something, and it's enjoyable.
It's like a little squelch against your teeth. It's quite fun.
Yeah. It is
Now we just
chewing
have
gum.
halloumi.
Yes, and it tastes better.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Chris. Let me tell you about this other woman real quick. So we was
Mhm.
on the well, I was on the train, and
Yeah.
oh, and I was having a real nice time, sat on my
Mhm.
own, and then like this woman got on with her husband and two kids, and I was just like,
Yeah.
blah. And the reason I was like, blah, is because you knew they were there immediately. It
Yeah.
wasn't just like, sit down quietly. She was letting her kid run on the seats, and I was just like, oh, excellent parenting. And then the dad, I don't know where he was, and then she was carrying a babe. I don't fucking know, whatever.
Yeah.
But I loved the fact that she was in like a public space, and
Mhm.
she was complaining about a lady who had sat on a table of four, but her stuff was
Yeah.
everywhere. So you would, have to put your big girl pants on and say, please, could you move your stuff?
Yeah.
But this woman didn't. So she was complaining about it
Mhm.
whilst also completely occupying a whole public space. And I just loved the idea that she was slagging off someone else for doing that
Mm.
whilst doing the same thing, but
Yeah.
feeling possibly more entitled because she had two kids with her. But it's like, well, your kids are like running on the seats, hon. And then it was quite funny because I got like mad anxiety. There was a blind. You know, like you have blinds on the train and you can pull them
Yeah.
down, but they go across three seats.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah, they're
didn't.
not fucking individual. This isn't for some first class shit. So
Yeah.
she pulled the whole thing down, and I was
Yeah.
just happily looking outside, and I was like, oh, okay, like keep occupying that space, honey. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna push it back up. And I was just like dying. And then she looked at her husband, and her husband looked at her, and they both just went, oh, like eye roll. And I just
Yeah.
thought, fuck you, I'm pushing it all the way up now. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I was trying to be courteous, but now you're just being a bitch. So fuck you. I just love the irony. Like, people are so unaware of themselves while feeling so entitled. I just found it hilarious. I just thought, oh, bitch, do me Adam. And it's
Yeah.
always the women's. And I love women, but it's like,
Yeah.
calm down. It annoyed me.
But I have no comment on women because I love all women. Even
Good for you. Okay, so let's talk about copying in the industry. Specifically, we're going to go with knit because it's something that has like been a tiny part of my life recently. And when I say tiny, I really do mean fucking tiny.
Mhm.
But it's these comments from these uneducated assholes that really get to you the most, you know? I could so deal with someone going, you work shit, and I'd be like, tell me more. You know what I mean? But I actually feel like so reduced a little bit with
Mhm.
my skill set because some nobody decided to label me as someone who copied. And that's really fucking annoying. But I've definitely experienced copying on both sides of knitwear. Well,
Mhm.
you know what? On three sides actually. So I've actually got a
Oh,
personal
okay.
story which I'll tell you afterwards,
Yeah.
where I thought someone had copied me, and it looked like I'd copied them, like
Mhm.
stitch for stitch. I was blown
Really?
away. I'll get into it. But so basically, I've been designing these little fun face things, and
Stand for the camera, show the jacket.
oh, Well, this is like a different one. This one's a slightly different, woo, little FaceTime. Meh, I'm gonna wear it today. Um, but essentially, these techniques are
Mhm.
techniques that people learn day dot at university.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but there is a technique here that is one of the first techniques people learn on the Dubier, which is an industrial machine.
Mhm.
So lots of knitwear students interact with Dubier machines.
Yeah.
And then there is another technique which people eventually learn. It's also part of another technique. These techniques are very universal. They're not
Mhm.
exclusive. They're not unique in any way, shape, or form. So I've used these shapes for years, and I
Yeah.
literally have gone through a backlog of my work to find examples. I have
Mhm.
just only
You're
decided
doing
to be
amazing.
literal
I
with
wish you
their
could see how
application.
sexy it
And the
listening
only way that you are
faces.
literal with
For
something is you just
Halloween,
change the
you
color.
should go as a
Yeah.
That's
slutty
it. So I've done
ear.
the same thing many, many times, but I've just done it in different colors, so it doesn't necessarily look like anything. So there's another artist, and I'm not even being like rude or dismissive or trying to be funny when I say this. I genuinely don't know the artist's name. I don't
Mhm.
know their handle. I've seen their work once. I try not to look at knitters because I don't want to be influenced. Like, I want everything just to come from this weird little space of mine, and
Yeah.
that's it. Obviously, I live in the world, so I see things.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they're up to, but I know they have an aesthetic with a tongue out.
Mhm.
Amazing. Cool. There are so many ways to do that. So then playing with my own exploration, this is something I've started with, but not because they have done it,
Yeah.
because it's a technique I use lots of times. And if
Mhm.
I literally just did the same, if I did this tongue all over, that wouldn't be copying because
Yeah.
it doesn't look like a tongue without the eyes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so some people have gone to the effort to say I'm copying and putting it the same comment on all
Mhm.
of my um, posts, which to me just feels very like tacky and gross because
Mm.
you're not trying to stand up for a designer, you're just trying to like hate.
Yeah.
Some people have gone, all of this, it reminds me of so and so. And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, yeah, it's just a knitted face. It's
Yeah.
just a fucking knitted face. That's it. I don't know
Mm.
why. Imagine if someone exploring impressionism in painting did a face.
Mm.
Does that mean no one else can do a portrait? Like it's so fucking stupid.
Mm.
And it makes me
Well,
feel like I've just been reduced, my skill set has just been reduced to these few assholes who label me as a copier.
well,
What can
that's
I
the
tell you?
thing. I don't think they're trying to. Well, I don't know. Some of the comments
Some
do come
people
off as
are.
really rude. Yeah.
The
Some of them
comments you can
definitely.
see are the people I've got
Yeah.
no issue with. The
Yeah.
ones that I've chosen to hide are the
Yeah.
ones where I'm like, no, you're actively just
Harassing.
being shitty. You're just
Yeah.
being shitty, and I'm not dealing with it.
And I think something like
It's
this
no.
just helps sort of explain the process behind it. Like the thing is, a knitted face is something people have been doing for ages and ages and ages now. It's
Before
nothing
social media existed,
exactly.
life
It's
happened before social media.
100%. So it just kind of gets a bit infuriating when you have someone like obviously someone's probably this other knitter's developed their aesthetic around the knitted face, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like bloody go for it. We all sort of need like our little signature, and if you want to have the knitted face as part of yours, that's okay. But the thing is, they also do a lot of different things around the knitted face, and you also approach
What this
yours
designer
really.
does?
Yeah, I've seen the designer.
Okay.
They have.
I
They,
never show me
they
anything. I'm just
no,
saying.
no, no. Of course, of course, of course. I had a look because, like, obviously we were talking about the comments, and I wanted to see what the comments were talking about. I'm like, yeah, they knit faces, but they approach it at a very different angle. They
Okay,
do it through
good.
hand, but they do it through hand knit. They do it through very chunky yarns. You're working on a domestic. You're working on
Yeah.
building it up through partials. So I'm like, yes, there's a very superficial similarity because they're both faces, but the way that these faces are constructed are very, very different. And two
Okay,
very
good.
different processes are sort of like taken on for these faces. So, like, it's understandable when it comes like, oh, this works very similar to this person. But when you say that, are you saying it because it's just a face, or are you saying, oh, the technique that Helen's using is very similar? Because I don't think the techniques are very similar at all,
You don't.
especially
Okay,
once you
good.
learn machine knitting techniques compared to hand knitting techniques. It's like,
You make me feel so much better because honestly, I've not fucking looked. And I'm like, but if I look and I see something, I'm like, oh shit, that is similar. Then first of all, I want to do better for myself. Not
Yeah.
that that's a bad thing, but I don't want to put something out that literally looks like someone else's. Um, that
And
makes
I
me
think
feel
what
better
people
that
have to, but like what people have to remember as well, this is part of the series. This is
yeah.
like your first step. And like the garments that they're seeing now aren't like the newest like I've seen the newest garments, so but
Ew.
but all I'm saying is like this was like the first step in the exploration, and there's going to be quite a big evolution, especially
Yeah.
as you progress with the garments, especially as you progress through the collections. So I think people just got to keep an open mind, understand like, hey, everyone will do a knitted face. I'll probably do a knitted face when I get a little bit bored. Fucking someone else is going to do a new face. It's all a point of exploration for us, and it's not necessarily that we're trying to step on another designer's toes, or you think someone might have copied us or we copied them. It's all about trying stuff, seeing what like sticks on the wall, and we're all
Yeah.
going to approach stuff differently. So like, understandable that you want to stick to the designers you love. Totally get it. I do the same, but like we got to learn when to like cool it down and sort of look at things for what they are. Like, yes, there might be superficial similarities, but like, let's really examine the pieces. Let's really examine the techniques.
Do you know what's so
But
annoying
yeah,
though? The keyboard warriors who have, you know, the 5 seconds to post a comment
mm,
like that, they don't have the attention span to listen to any of this, to
mm,
hear any of this, to try and understand anything outside of their zone. And people can't open themselves up to anything new.
mm,
Do you know what I mean? Like they just can't fucking do it. So this is technically all redundant. But anyway, we'll pretend it's not, and we'll pretend they'll listen to it. But yeah, no, it's totally like valid and true. And the thing is as well, people do copy. People actively look at people's
mm,
work and break it down, stitch for stitch, and then try and pass it off as their own. And that is really fucking annoying. Um, I've had so many conversations with students because obviously I teach, and they say, "Oh, can you show me how to knit this?" And I'm like, "No, I will show you the techniques,
yeah,
and what you do with those is up to you. But there is nowhere I am taking something
showing you the
from,
exact stitch.
yeah, like fuck off." And
Mm,
that's what's also been so annoying. If I wanted to copy someone, I'll copy them. I will
yeah,
literally carbon copy them because I have the technical information to do that.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And like the thing is, okay, this is probably like a opinion. I don't think it's wrong copying people if it's for your personal use. If you want to have
Personal use, yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Like if you want to like copy a garment like stitch for stitch, if you want to copy a face, if you want to copy like a cable or something, go ahead and do it. That's how you learn. Like
Yeah,
do it for yourself.
yeah,
Make that
fine.
little sweater for yourself. Fuck, even post it and be like, this was heavily inspired
Always
by
credit.
this
Yeah.
exactly. This was heavily inspired by this designer. I try to emulate their work. I made it for myself.
Yeah.
Don't sell it. Why not? Like
But people have
that's
too
how
much
we all
pride
learn.
and they can't do that. They want
No,
to try and pass it
exactly.
off as their own. Like,
Well, that's the thing. When I first got into teaching, obviously because I was your student, I feel like my work looked very similar to yours. And like we've had this discussion before. You're like, Chris, watch yourself. That
yeah,
one's a
I'm
little,
always saying to Chris, watch yourself, hon. What is this? Like, I'm always just kind of
yeah,
checking and being like, bitch, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like,
yeah. Which is totally fair, but like it's something that I've had to learn and like I've had to like deal with. Like I mean, we've spoken about it where it's like, oh, you can't actually teach that. That's like
oh, yeah,
copyrighted.
yeah.
I'm like that's totally fair. Like if I know, I know. It's like, oh, sorry guys, my bad. Can't be telling you how to do that. But like I've got
Literally.
into that position now where it's like, okay, I'll teach you like the basic skill. Like I'll teach you how to tuck. I'll teach you how to do like a basic partial knit. I'll teach you all the fundamentals to like whatever stitch you want to learn. So I had students show me like particular stitch designs. I'm like, I'll show you the elements. I'll show you like what went into making that stitch, but I'm not going to show you how to do it exactly because I know you're creative enough to be like, wait, I can actually do this and this with it because I know how to apply eyelets so I can lift the stitch like this and have this be a feature. Like, I think designers can be a whole lot smarter once they know the elements and
Oh,
like,
yeah, of course they can.
yeah,
And it'll look more unique and creative and, oh, it'll just be so much better.
but it's having to put in that effort. That effort is the extra step.
Yeah,
Like you
fuck
can
'em.
always copy someone for personal use, but if you want to then push your own designs, change something up about it. Like what doesn't like you obviously like something about the design that you wanted to take into your own work. Now let's push it to the next level. What do you want to bring into this design that's uniquely yours?
But
So
you know
you
what?
have that point of difference.
People don't teach development, and so
Mm.
therefore people don't learn development. But I do teach development. So if you do want to learn how to develop any stitches, then I can absolutely do that with you. I've got a Patreon. I do live, whatever you want. Yeah, but
I
seriously,
also teach, but I teach in person at a uni.
and he learned from me. So
Yeah.
go to the main
I,
source.
unless you're in Australia and want in-person sessions.
But I also do online, and I talk, Chris. So come to me.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to kind of quickly mention, and this will be something that the knitters will probably know about. So there's a guy called Chetlo. But anyway, H&M, in their own shitty ways, probably copied him. It does feel like they did because um, it was just too perfect almost to go, oh, what a coincidence. And the thing was, yeah, I would say the H&M was probably a copy of this
Yeah.
person. But at the same time, this person does a generic stitch that everyone learns. The tongue is essentially that stitch. It's just a
Okay.
different way and a different material. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably put time into materials and research and making
Mhm.
sure it sits a certain way and performs, and that's completely fine. But it was
Yeah.
then other people defending him. Heather Dubrow, who's from Real Housewives of OC, she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that they did this to you or whatever." And I'm like, Heather, this is not like a unique stitch. This is something that has existed in the 50s.
Yeah.
Probably when hand knit was first fucking invented. You can hand knit
Yeah.
it. It's not that difficult. But anyway, it's people claiming stitches. And then the last thing I wanted to tell you was I thought someone copied me, and
I'm interested to hear this one. I haven't heard this one yet.
I might ask them if I can insert their picture and insert my
Yeah.
picture because fucking hell. So I was did I see it in Explore? I don't know. I saw it and I
Yeah.
went, what the fuck is that? And then I
Yeah.
clicked on it and I was like, oh, she's copied me.
Yeah.
And then I saw the date and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this was like way before I did mine.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck? Because it is so
Yeah.
similar. I felt like such a twat. I was like,
Yeah.
does she now think I've copied her?
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, because it's like I so have not. And
Yeah.
like I said, I don't really look at knitters. If you look at my explore page, it's all housewives. There's like
Yeah.
no knit on there at all. Because I just don't want to see it because my brain will
Yeah.
go, I've seen it now, I've got to go and knit this.
Yeah.
But it was so fucking weird. I'm gonna see if I can get the image. And if she
Mhm.
says no, I'll just show you. I'll show you anyway. But
Yeah.
it was so similar. It was freaky. And I can't believe that it a world exists where two people who don't even speak to each other can create pretty much the same thing. Like that to
W-
me was kind of
Was it
eye
like a
opening.
complex stitch?
It wasn't. There was different elements that made it,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
and
So
to
it
have
was like,
all those elements fit so perfectly together
yeah. It's a bit like,
twice
wow. Twice.
was
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
Well, yeah, because she did it and I did it, and I was
Yeah.
just like, what's
Oh.
happening?
Yeah. So as we were talking about, I've been sort of going about developing a knitwear collection a little bit differently because right now I'm more in the production space within Australia. So I'm helping younger designers sort of achieve their knitwear for like Fashion Week, which is always really, really fun. So I haven't had a lot of time to focus on my stuff. So I've gone the manufacturing route. And oh my God, it is such a big learning curve. I previously worked with manufacturing before. So I've done manufacturing in Italy and Europe for other like local designers when it's like stuff I couldn't make. I would help find manufacturers and like speak to them. And it's really, really different when you work with European manufacturers because they have they have a really
Ego.
an ego a little bit, yes, but they are willing to be a lot more, they're willing to experiment a lot more.
Yeah,
Their minimum order quantities are a whole lot less because you're paying a lot more during the sampling phase. And they're like, how much do you want? Like, how many units were you thinking? And you're like, five. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's a bit high for us. And you're like, oh, okay. Whereas now I'm working with China because I'm doing a lot more simple stuff for my sort of like extended range. I'm doing like a very simple vest. I'm doing like a very simple sweater, just playing around with colors, playing around with yarns, and just the amount of things that you have to keep in mind. So I didn't know this, but like, so China has certain yarn companies that have been sanctioned for slave labor, and I was like,
Are you surprised?
I'm
Like,
I'm not surprised, but like it was very, very eye-opening, and it's something I had to ask my manufacturer. I'm like, "Hey, are we using yarns from these particular companies from this particular region?" Because I didn't know any product coming out of the Xinjiang region most likely has like Uyghur slaves working on producing it. And there's this one particular yarn
it has
company
what
that
slaves?
Uyghur. So they
What's
are
that?
they're the native populace in the Xinjiang region, which is supposed to be
That's,
part of Turkmenistan. Um, so they are they're ethnically different to Han Chinese, which are the people that you have living on the east coast of China. They're a lot further in, so they're a lot closer to like regions like Afghanistan, Iran, places like that.
I
So
need a
same
map.
kind.
Insert map. Insert a
Is
fucking
that
map.
that? Yeah, they've been historically underrepresented within the region. They've also been historically mistreated and used for illegal labor. And one of the biggest cotton yarn factories that I found out like a lot of manufacturers use is fully like sanctioned for using the slave trader. So you have to be super duper careful if you're using cotton that comes from China. Like you have to make sure it doesn't come from this particular company. You got to make sure like it comes from a very different like region just to be safe. Like anything that comes from Xinjiang, have to like keep your eyes out. So I had to ask
Okay.
my manufacturer, I'm like, hey, is this cotton from this particular company? And I'll put the company up. I feel like it's very important for like knitters listening just to sort of see like, don't go to these guys. Um,
Okay.
I had to ask them, and I was like, do you mind if I see like the color books? Just sort of being subtle about it because I didn't want to like straight out ask like, hey, you're using slave labor to make my samples
Right.
because I feel like that would come with a bad reaction. Like, do you mind if I see the color book just in case I want to like sample in like other colors? And they sent me the color book, but like, you know, with the titles like cropped out, so you can't see the
Oh, yeah.
company. And I'm like, guys, I'm stressing. I'm stressing. I'm freaking the fuck out because I'm like, I want to be an ethical designer. And like, it's obviously a very slippery slope when you're manufacturing stuff, like not doing it yourself. Like, you never know what happens in someone else's like factories or businesses. So I was stressing. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to ask them, like, hey, is this from this particular company? And now I'm just waiting on a response because if it is, I'm gonna be like, I can't work with you guys.
Oh,
You've
God.
given me garments that have been like illegally produced. And I'm like, if I even ship it into the country, it becomes like a risk for me.
So
So
you're just
I've been
confessing this all on a podcast.
no, but I think it's so important for like other designers to sort of hear about, like, especially if you want to go the manufacturing route. Like, China's the biggest manufacturing hub in the world, especially
Yeah.
when it comes to like textiles goods. So it's just something that you have to like really consider in your process. I didn't realize this was a thing until like I literally stumbled upon it in a random TikTok video. I'm like, I don't know how true this is. So I Google it. I'm like, oh my God, this is like real. This is like real life shit. Now I have to double
This is
check.
nuts.
Well, it is. Like, you don't
This
realize
is
these things.
crazy.
Like, you send your tack pack, you send like your yarn selections, they find you the exact yarn and the right like gauge for their knitting machines, and you're just like, that looks amazing. But like, you start to wonder, like, why aren't they showing me which company they're sourcing that yarn from? Like, that's a bit like suspect now that I think about it.
Some people don't do that because, like, I've seen stuff before where they
Yeah,
won't tell you what the name of the yarn is either because they don't want
yeah.
you to necessarily source it yourself or um go see the shit. But in this um
Scenario, it's a bit
yeah, it's
different.
totally
It's a
yeah.
bit like, oh, guys, why would you do this to me? So
So
I'm
this
like,
is this is with the manufacturer you sent me. Are they good then still?
wait, no, this was the manufacturer I sent you.
It is.
Yes.
So I can't use
So
them.
well, let me keep digging. I need to double check on that yarn because now I need to be sure.
Can I
Because
just
I
send
know
my
this.
own yarn?
Not how
Can't.
yarn like for 20. Let's say you're doing the 20 MOQ run. Like, are you going to send them like literally like
I don't,
a
you know
giant like
what?
box?
You know what? People wonder why. small businesses just keep to themselves and
Yeah.
like can't produce every fucking size in every fucking color because there's so
Yeah.
much red tape if you try and do anything outside of your own little studio and machine. It's so stressful. Or you have to just pay a fat ton of money to get it
Yeah.
done properly. Like there's places in the UK, but they charge like £400 a day. And the thing is like,
Really?
yeah. And for me, I don't mind spending that, but
Yeah.
well, I mean, I do, I fucking do. But I'm a control freak, and it's
Yeah.
like, I don't want you going for a break. I don't want you going to the toilet because I wouldn't. You know,
Yeah.
I'd be spending the whole day doing it. And if I feel that you're not working efficiently enough,
Yeah.
and I know they won't be, I know they won't because I'm
Yeah.
nuts. Like, I'm a
Yeah.
psycho. Like, do you know what I mean? And it'll just piss me off because I'll be like, oh my God, this is like a pound. You know, we should work it out what it is in a minute. But like, it would just,
Yeah.
I'd be there grinding my teeth, like,
Yeah.
get off your lunch break. But, you know,
No, the lunch break is okay. Just
oh,
if
fuck
you're
off
like
now.
if you're knitting something and I see you on your phone, get out of my studio. Get out of my studio.
I literally like if I ever do have a shoot, I'm not people aren't having phones. You can put your podcast on and sit and enjoy your
Yeah.
life, but like if it's in your hand for more than 30 seconds while you pick your episode,
Yeah.
while you listen to our podcast,
Yeah,
then
of course.
I'm fucking taking it off you and I don't give a shit
Yeah.
because phones are the devil. Like they're such distractors. I hate it. I hate WhatsApp. People's always
So
talking to me on there and I love my peoples, but I'm like, fuck off, I need to
yeah.
work.
For me, so I write my knitting instructions in like a little like Google Excel sheet, and like I have my phone in like my little like tray just to like read
Yeah,
and type. If I see a notification come through, I'm clicking that notification like that, and I'm responding straight away. I'm like, no, leave me alone.
it's
Even if
so
I put on
annoying.
Do Not Disturb, I know someone's messaged me because I need to check. I need to know what's going on. I need to see what the
But
people are doing.
I guess the nature of what we do, though, especially me, is
Yeah,
I've always earned my money from Instagram, as
yeah,
in
fair enough.
as in
Like you need to be
messages and
social.
stuff. So I have to be
Yeah.
checking and looking and interact,
And
and then
then
you
you
get
see it's my
distracted.
message and you're like, Chris,
Yeah,
leave me the fuck alone.
yeah, literally. I don't know how many times I have to be like, we can't talk. I've got to do something. Then you'll say something like, oh,
And you're
well,
like,
and then
okay,
it's
I'll
like
respond.
so fucking annoying. But whatever.
Well, you don't realize these things because, like, the thing is, I knew another designer that was working with this factory, and her stuff's like all ethical, and I'm like, oh, easy. And then you find out about the cotton thing, and you're like, okay, I need to know. I need to know who's sending you this yarn. I need to know right away because I can't be using it. I was actually freaking out all week. I was like, I could not go to bed. I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh my god, who had to die to make the yarn for my fucking garment?
It's like it's so not funny, obviously, but it's just like if you don't laugh, you'll cry. You
No,
know what I
for
mean?
real,
Like,
for real. I was like, I told my mom, and she's like, well,
oh,
that's just the nature of it. And I was like, no, it's not. It doesn't have to be like that.
I've got a story for you, and I've been permissioned to tell you this story. Can I go get a coffee and I'll tell you this story?
Yeah, go for your coffee,
Okay,
babes.
right. Have your fucking vape. Oh, look, he's in his fucking hand. You're so annoying. Right, let me go get a coffee. What
If
time
you
is
want to
it?
sponsor us,
No, fuck off. No, no,
sponsor
no.
me. Yes.
Who's the talent? Who's the talent? It's me. Okay, so the literal reason why I'm telling you this is because we
Mhm.
were talking about like slave labor and cheap shit and all of that, right? And it just
And
sparked a
I'm
memory
going to
that,
hell for accidentally using it. Yes.
and I was like, if you don't laugh, we'll cry about it. So we've
Yeah.
got to kind of laugh.
Yeah,
My
of
my
course.
my friend, let's call her Penelope. Okay,
Okay. Hey, Pen.
she hey girl, she's gonna be. I've got a few friends at the minute who are gonna be bridesmaids or maids of honors or
Yeah.
whatever. But it's wedding season. I'm going to a wedding in May, and I want to talk about weddings when it gets to like weddings because I've got so
Yeah.
much shit to say about weddings. Um, never married, loads of shit to say.
Yeah.
But she got her bridesmaid dress right, so it was brought
Yeah.
round to her. And they didn't do a try on or anything like that. It was very much like,
Oh,
here's the
really?
image. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna give you the picture to put on here because she'd
Yeah.
fucking kill me. But she
Yeah.
showed me a she showed me a picture and I went, that neckline is so upsetting. It looks so sad. And she was
Yeah.
like, it's vile. She was just like, this is awful, this dress. And I was like,
Yeah.
hmm. When you just look at something, you're like, right, okay. And and then I said, where is it from? How much was it?
Yeah.
Temu.
My God.
I was pissing my pants. Honestly, I haven't laughed so much in a long time. And for people going, people can't afford anything. Da, da, da. Shut up. They just all spent £450 going to some Hindu destination, which I won't say. But it's like people can afford it. People are just cheaping out.
Yeah.
And her friend got so offended because Penelope was like, I don't know if I can wear this because it wasn't very flattering for her. She's a curvier gal. She's got a real nice form, but when something's so cheap, it sticks to
Yeah.
every crevice. She was like, it's so staticky.
Yeah.
It's just when you see someone's belly button because it's
Too
like
tight.
sucked to
Yeah.
it. No, it wasn't too tight. It
Oh,
was
no, it
just
wasn't.
cheap and sticking to everything. It's
Oh.
like I guarantee if she had a mole, we would have seen it. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was that fucking mental. But um, yeah. So she was like, "Oh, maybe if I do it like this, and it's a bit more
Mm,
wearable." And her friend was having a meltdown, and her friend, the bride, got offended because Penelope called it cheap, and I was like,
yeah. But it is,
"But it
babe.
is cheap. You calling it cheap doesn't make it cheap.
Yeah.
The price of it, the fact
Makes
it's
it
from
cheap.
Temu, that makes it cheap." And I said,
Ugh.
"Oh," and I thought it was so funny. And I went, "This is hilarious," but now I've just thought about the poor woman who's probably got to make 70 of these an hour, is paid £1 a day, was probably abused last week. Like, do you know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
just like, I might try and find a voice note that I sent to someone of
Yeah.
how funny I found this whole situation. I've never laughed so much. I don't know why I found it so funny, but it's like, oh, special day. Here are all my girls. Team you.
Well, that's the thing. I know so many people who are obsessed with that site for the price
Oh,
tag. When
I
you
ain't
come
ever
from
going
like,
on it. You've got to sign up. I'm busy. I
no,
tried to
it
look
scares
for
me.
it, but I was
Yeah.
like, no, you got to sign up.
But like, the consumer in you has to have some like common sense, right? Like if you see like a coffee machine on a website for like £1, come on, guys, let's use our brain, please. Let's
I
use
don't
our
think
brain.
people can anymore. It's really scary. I don't understand people like I nearly said a name then. Penelope was like, it looked good in the picture. I said, of course it did. It was probably
Yes.
it probably wasn't even the same dress.
Well, that's the thing. There's this funny YouTube creator, Sophia Nygaard, who does these like little videos of her buying from like Temu or Shein, and like the photos are always AI. The photos always ripped off from like some other like actual like designer's page where
Oh,
they're
I
like,
can't wait until my shit's gonna be on there. I'm gonna quickly trademark it. Hopefully they'll nick it and I'll get some money, baby.
so little reference. When it comes to like fashion design, very very difficult to get like a trademark or a patent. But if, for example, like I particularly like shape the eyes using this technique this way, and you explain it in your patent,
I
you
think
can probably you can
I
probably
think
do it.
5 things have to be different. I think that's like the rule.
That's a yeah. 5 things have to be different from the original. If it's like if they're using the same brioche technique, if they're using the same way to build like the eyes or the nose, then it's like. But if it's just a double bench card, you can still call them out though, and I'll be
But
there for you. Like that's right,
well,
babe.
yeah.
Fuck them.
But that's why you don't make basic shit, because if someone does rip off the face, I
Mm,
know for a fact that that face will be flat.
yeah.
They won't be able to put the money into getting it how I've done it.
No, 100%.
Anyway, whatever. That's a whole other kettle of croissant. But either
Yeah.
way, I just found this so fun. And then let me just quickly I want to go into brides for one quick
Yeah.
second
I
because
can't wait for this.
these girls are telling me all their stories, right? I've never been a bride and I've never been in like the immediate party of a wedding. None of my
Mhm.
friends are getting married. So I'm always like
Yeah.
essentially Sam's plus one to a wedding. I don't get
Yeah.
offended by that. It's all his friends.
Yeah.
I'm the pity invite. And the last wedding I went to, I feel like, oh no, that was a genuine, like, we
Yeah.
want this gal to come. But
Yeah.
I don't feel offended by that. I actually like everyone whose wedding, I'm
Yeah, of
going to, but
course.
I was probably initially invited as the
Plus one.
Sam's girlfriend. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's fine. But but so I don't know how brides interact, but they all sound like fucking assholes. And just to say, I don't mean this in relation to Sam's friends'
Yeah.
brides. These are very much my friends' friends.
Yeah.
Penelope was told how she had to have her hair.
Mhm.
She had to wear a certain type of makeup, which really
Mhm.
offends me. Don't tell me how my face is going to look unless you're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Let me trial it, all that shit.
Yeah.
She told her she was not allowed winged eyeliner. I said, you
That's
don't take a bitch's wings. These wings are with me forever. Like,
yeah.
what is this dictatorship to tell a girl how to shape her fucking eyes?
Yeah, that's so
She's not allowed to fake tan. I said, so good job all her friends are white British then, innit? Because like there's no tone. I've seen them all in
yeah.
bikinis. There's no colour tone going on there. It's I what is this? Why do people do this to their friends?
I don't know. I think it's just like this constant idea of like I want like the perfect like fairy tale wedding and
You're putting
everything
them in
has to be like this.
Temu.
That's not me. That's not for me to judge directly, but I will judge the team here.
Honestly, I can't. I don't get it. I really don't understand it. It's mental.
Maybe it's like that dictated thing. Like if I'm put like in a position of power, I would be like, you can't have wings. You have to wear the team dresses. Yada yada yada.
I think she's going to ignore her and do what she wants. And I was like, yeah, do it because no way can
Fuck
you.
it.
Everyone can wear a shit dress, right? But
Yeah,
you've got to have
obviously.
your face the way you want your face. That's
Exactly.
like so personal.
Like I feel like that's the one thing you can't trade off. Like I'll wear your shitty polyester dress, but like if you take away my mug, I'll beat your mug up.
But anyway, these things just really stress me out. I just wanted to share it with you, to be honest, because I just thought, what the
No,
fuck is that?
it's always so stressful being like near like not even like in the wedding party, but like hearing the stuff that goes on. You're just like, oh, what is going
Why do
on?
people act like this? I would never do this to my friends, but then it's quite funny because I did say, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, to be fair, that I want to like get married in Nashville and have like a country cowgirl wedding, and I would love it if everyone wore boots and a proper hat, not like a shit hat, but then my
Yeah,
hat cost over £100, and you might think I know, but it was Peruvian wool, bro.
yeah,
It's made in Portugal and it doesn't look cheap at all. And that is now my
yeah,
sun hat. Like I'm wearing that when it's
yeah.
sunny. I
Fair
don't care
enough.
what country I'm in. Like yeehaw.
No,
But
understandable.
but I would never make people spend that on a hat. I either have to provide that hat
Yeah,
or I gotta like I can't make people wear.
yeah. You can't force them.
But I will get everyone a bolo tie. I'll be like, let's fucking bolo it up.
Yeah, why not? Like,
Yeah.
and bolo ties isn't that expensive.
No, they're not. They're like 15 quid each.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Get them
Anyway,
off
anyway,
Temu.
this is just because we was talking about the yarn and the slave labor, and then I just thought, oh my
Yeah.
god, the fucking Temu story. I'm gonna double check I can tell this story, but I'm gonna tell her it's also too late. But I did ask her, and
Even though
she
we can
did
edit it out.
Patreon. She'll never pay. She'll never pay.
It's not even paid for access. Like, if you guys want to go join the Patreon, go join it. There's nothing on
Do
there
we even
right
have one
now.
yet?
Yeah, we have a Patreon. Join it if you want. I
Join
don't
it for
know.
free. Join it
Yeah.
for free.
If you're on there, like right now, it's for free. You don't have to pay ever. I'll say that because, like, what, one person, two people are going to join?
And you know what? It's probably going to be Emily. And Emily, you're never going to pay, girl, because you always pay for everything. So
For real. But,
she
like,
gets
now
free
I kind of
membership
want
for
you to
life.
pay because you called me out for, like, needing subtitles. So I'm like, maybe I
Okay,
won't be so nice.
every other month she gets it for free.
Every other one. Okay, that's fair. You get it for half the year, I get it for the other half.
Got it. Custody sorted. So, Chris, you've confessed to me that you've not fucking watched Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
I was a bad boy this week.
What am I
Deadlines in
meant to
two
do
weeks.
with that? Like, I don't know what I'm meant to do with that. But,
Well, tell me your opinions this week. I want to hear. I still
well,
want to hear them.
this is one thing I thought. Emily, our little fan of the pod, she doesn't like it. So I'm like, we got to cater to Emily now because we don't want to lose our only listener. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
honestly, right, okay. So I watched it.
Yeah. Walk me through it.
This was my face the whole time.
Really? Well, okay,
It
wait. I
didn't
did
change.
see. I did see one clip. Did you see? There was this one interview with one of the girls, and she was like talking about
Yeah,
like how she can't drive and how she sneaks in the middle of that
ran over a woman.
conversation. Yeah, and then like just glosses over into other stuff, and the producer's like, "Hold on, wait, you ran over a woman," and then he's like, "Yeah, I ran over a woman." I'm like, "That's not a funny moment. That's kind of fucked up."
She's the one who needs subtitles because she's so Rhode Island, but I still can't remember her name.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's only 2 episodes so far.
Come on. We all knew Ramona Singer's name. Okay? We all
That's
remembered
Ramona
Luann.
Singer. That's because Ramona Singer was nuts.
We all remembered Bethany. We all remembered Jill. Like, you can't forget these bitches' names after episode 1 because they were all
Yeah.
nuts. Listen. I'll keep watching it, but I really couldn't be asked. I don't know what I was meant to take away from yesterday. It was like the longest dinner at this wine
Yeah.
yard vineyard thing, and I was just like, what's actually happened during this dinner? I'm not quite sure because it
Like,
was
what's the
just
plot?
it's just like it's like someone's walking into a room and goes, a bomb's just gone off. And you're
Yeah.
like,
That's
you've
it.
not really said that with any real feeling or character, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure if this is true or there doesn't seem to be any depth to this. But then it's just like I don't know what I'm meant to do with the information that I'm
Yeah.
receiving. I
Like,
don't
this is
know.
kind
I
of
don't
like,
care. Like I don't care. I feel like what they're missing, and I don't mean these girls don't have a personality, but what I'm
yeah.
saying is I don't think these girls have a personality. Like Jo Ellen is the only one who's kind of giving it something
Yeah.
because and I'm not saying like there's anything wrong with them. I just don't think it's the right mix for housewives.
Yeah.
Just because they have drama doesn't mean it's interesting.
Yeah.
And I
Fair
think
enough.
I think that's what's not hitting some people of Rhode Island. I might actually look at what other people are thinking and saying, but I'm not
So,
seeing much pop up about Rhode Island.
I'm actually the opposite. What I've seen on the social media so far is everyone's sort of fucking loving it. They're saying it's like the second coming of New Jersey.
But it's not. Like, but then I'm like, you know what? Okay, have these people seen New Jersey from the start, or have they just watched the newest 3 seasons?
Well,
Like, I
I
don't.
don't know.
It just everything is so monotone. There's no feeling. It's weird. I don't like the fact that the youngest person is 30. I really don't like that. I come to watch Housewives to see like women
Yeah.
who have lived, a life,
Yeah.
and I want to see how they're navigating it. When we saw
Yeah.
Ramona in New York, she was in her 50s.
Yeah.
She didn't act
Fair.
like it, she didn't look like it, but she was. So
Mm.
it shows a more developed housewife, whether that's for the
No, I
good
get
or the
that. I
bad.
get that. Yeah.
We had
100%.
a fucking countess. What the hell's she been up to? We had Jill Zarin, a lady in business. We had Bethany Frankel, someone who was striving to reach the
Yeah.
top. We had all these personalities. I feel like I'm missing someone. That someone's obviously not here. Oh, Alex McCord. We had Alex
Oh,
with the
I
kooky
love
husband,
Alex.
the fashion girl, the one who was into fashion. It was like we just had such a mix of characters
Mm.
and people trying to achieve that I feel like the newest housewives, we're already getting people who have made it.
Yeah.
Because I think the standard of made it has dropped.
Well, it's
And I
definitely changed.
I think it's dropped, honey. I mean, that 30-year-old girl, I still can't remember her name. And I'm not hating on anyone. Like, if that's
Yeah.
how your life's ended up, that's how your life's ended up. But I don't really have not much respect, but how much do I care about someone who has all of this
Yeah.
just because they have the right boyfriend? And now they're finding another boyfriend. Like, I don't know how much
Yeah.
I care about any of this. It's too superficial for me, I
No,
think.
fair enough. Fair enough. Like some people
Yeah,
like that superficial drama, some people don't. Like it's all a matter of perspective, I guess. Like I mean, I really enjoyed like Salt Lake because it's a little bit superficial, because it's a little bit like, it's like they're not fighting about like real things. It's just petty fucking bullshit. And that's
but I
kind of
think
why I like Rhode Island so far.
but I think the edge Salt Lake City had was it's a Mormon community. Let's
Yeah, true.
unpack that. Like, and that drama naturally derives from the fact that some are Mormons, some are leaving the
Mm,
church. What's been happening in the LDS, FLDS communities? Like,
yeah.
it's a big drama. Whereas it's just a bunch of women, Rhode Island. I don't know what I'm meant to do with it, honestly. It just wasn't that interesting. I don't know what I could tell you from yesterday, which was,
Interesting. Okay, fair enough.
and that's another thing. Like, we all know Housewives is stupid and goofy and petty, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like there's depth in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I'm not getting much depth.
From them. Yeah, I get that. I mean, they're not well, they're not valedictorians of their like
You
grad
don't
year,
have to
obviously
be.
not. No. But
But that's what
like
I'm saying. So it's like if you're 30 years old on this show, well, what have you got for
what's
me,
the
babe?
experience? Yeah, like what
What
have
have
you
you
lived
got?
through?
Yeah, just give me something.
Yeah. Because like
But
I
I
can't
cannot.
relate to you. You're practically my peer. Like you're not like
Yeah,
you haven't got the experience in life for me to be like really interested in you. You haven't gone through like an extensive career. You haven't gone through like you haven't gone through like a crazy divorce with your husband in your 30s and like raising your two kids. Like there's nothing really there from like the perspective of like a slightly more mature woman who's gone through life. And I guess that's what makes the show really interesting. Like we were really attracted to those early seasons of Atlanta and New York because
oh,
they're not
so
like the
good.
youngest women. They're like
No,
40s and older. They have their own experiences. They have their own lives. Like it doesn't necessarily revolve completely around their husbands. It doesn't revolve completely around their relationships. Like they're business owners. They're people like struggling to get into the industry. And like the few that were housewives have really interesting stories behind them
yeah,
of like how they met their husband, how they're raising their kids. So
yeah.
I guess that is a bit of a departure from that, but like I enjoy superficial drama. I enjoy drama about like six dollar wines. I enjoy people like fighting, being like, "Well, I didn't technically say that, but I was thinking it." Like, I like shit like that. That's
Yeah,
funny.
that's fine, but I need to be invested in the person saying it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't
It's
know
still
what.
early days.
You better fucking watch episode two
I
and three for
will,
next week. This is
of
so
course.
annoying. This is so annoying. Because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let Chris talk, and he might
Yeah,
pull some things. So now I have to sit through another episode and be like,
this fucking cunt left me
"No,
by myself.
something better make me laugh. Seriously. And honestly, Joe Ellen's the only one I'm interested in.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And it's like, there's one that looks a little bit like Katy Perry and she's fun, but she doesn't say much. And then
The one
there's
that looks like Katy Perry. It looks like Katy Perry.
I think she does. She has face buns in her hair. It's real cute. Like
Oh,
she looks a bit like Katy Perry to me. Um, it's just oh I can't. It's giving me a headache. It's just not. I don't know what I'm meant to be getting from it.
no, fair enough.
It's ruining reality TV. I feel like this is the start of the end. Like
Really?
it's too image focused. It's too social media focused.
Yeah, to be
Everyone,
fair, that's how the newer seasons are always going to be, though, with these new
I know, but I
housewives.
hate it. It's
But
like
we're never
it's
going to capture
boring.
them. We're never going to capture that magic of those early seasons where they weren't like 100% sure what was going to happen on the show, so they spoke about their lives a bit more. Now it's very like I think everyone knows like I need to curate this like a little bit for television when
Well,
they
you know what?
really shouldn't.
I can't wait to see the Golden Life. We're going to be watching that because
Oh
obviously
yeah,
that's
yeah, 100%.
our OGs back, and I hope that they
I
don't
miss
give a shit.
them.
I
I'm
hope
so
that they,
excited.
you know, I know, but then people ruin it. Everyone is so sensitive about everything now. everything just gets ruined. So everyone just has to act like they can't live their lives, you
But
know?
that's the thing. People are gonna watch that show anyway. Like, I
Yeah.
love how people go online to complain about it. Like, yes, complain all you want, say you're not gonna watch it, but like, you're gonna watch it. I might
I don't
watch
think
it
there's anyone
through
any
pirate sites, but like, I'll watch it.
no one on there is hateful. That I've never felt like they've ever like attacked a person's or a people's. Do you know what I mean? It's just they say
Yeah, because
stupid
I can
shit.
chill out for it.
Yeah, and the thing is,
That
like,
was
I mean,
funny.
we're
It
not
was
going to go into that. We're not going
no.
to go into that. But like, I mean,
Took her one day, one
ultimately,
little video.
she could have done so many things better, and but she wasn't out there. Oh, see, we're going to get into it. She wasn't out there like assaulting children or like actively hating on a community. She said some dumb fucking shit, which she should not have said. Yeah, she got some shit for it, and she should have learned and ate that up and gone, her daughter told her not to post it. And
That's
she
the
did it.
funny part. You can hear them in the background saying like, "Don't post this."
I don't agree with that. Like someone else
Yeah,
said that. But I just think getting her but then again, I think we needed to give it the chance to see if she continued this shitty behavior. And if she did, okay, you're out, done, finished. Like, but
yeah,
you're not allowed to make a mistake anymore. And I'm not saying that she was right or anything like that. We've gone through this
a
loads
million times.
already.
Yeah,
And, she ultimately was wrong. And, like,
yeah.
girl, shut the fuck up. It doesn't have to always be about, white Americans. Let's just calm down. But ultimately, I just think people just needed to like take the hands away from the keyboard, sit on it for like a second, but then her apology was bullshit anyway. So let me go to a fucking magazine. Oh my god.
Let me apologize to the magazine that you have to pay for to see my
Yeah.
like
Which I've probably been
apology.
paid to do.
Yeah,
Idiot.
exactly. It
I
is
mean,
what it
she's an
is.
idiot. That's it. She's an idiot. But there's housewives now who are committing literal fucking crimes, and people still want to see them on their screens. I don't agree with that. Like,
I want to see them on my screen.
well, my thing is more like, first of all, why are you celebrating that behaviour, and then second of all, um, that's not going to be good for their mental health. I don't think. And this is how like people die and like commit suicide, because we're like dance monkey
Mm.
dance. When you're
Well,
already in a deep dark
to be
place.
fair, that's on them. They shouldn't have scammed old people out of millions of their retirement. So, like, if they wanna play the victim card once they're back on television and be like, "Why is everyone bullying me?" Shouldn't have scammed Granny out of her life savings.
But I think just don't put her back on TV.
Did you see that interview Jen Shaw did with
I'm not watching
Entertainment Weekly?
anything because I'm not giving it air.
She was really talking. I did not realize she was in the same prison as Ghislaine Maxwell, the famous pedophile's like girlfriend.
I know.
Just I don't know if you know, but I was like,
We talked
uh,
about it with Radswell, didn't we? Radswell, Carol.
we've talked about Radziwill possibly being
Ah.
allegedly being in the documents, and she was, and her being allegedly best friends with Ghislaine, which is whew, that
I
is a can
can't
of
be asked to
worms.
get into it. That's like a whole
No,
episode. And the thing is,
no, yeah.
I don't even follow this stuff. I only knew about it because you and Seb were talking about it.
Well, I only knew about it because Seb sent it to me. I was like,
Well, there we
no,
go. We
like,
need
and
Seb. We need our
he knew Carol
correspondent.
was my favorite, like New York housewife too. So he purposely sent that shit to me. I'm like, you can't tell me that about Carol. Now I can't like stand her.
We need to
I
get
mean,
Seb in with like the facts. But then his facts are real funky because do you remember when Victoria de Lesseps, he was like, she's scamming people. Someone said she was scamming
yeah.
people. And then we
And
saw it and we were like, this is
she's
totally
like,
valid and
yeah,
fine.
that's like a regular message.
And then he just didn't reply. It's
You're like,
like,
okay, thanks, thanks for the backsnake.
fucking
I
hell.
love him.
He just throws grenades and leaves. It's funny.
He keeps me young. He keeps me young. And sometimes he stresses me the fuck out, but that's how he is.
I so just want to see interactions between you two and me just sit back like
Uh, some of them would be fun. Others, like, would be yelling at each other.
Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Fucking watch it next week.
I will. I
The
will.
one thing you have to do, the only thing you have to do for this podcast.
Ah, yeah. Like I'm not. Oh, yeah. Fuck the TikTok and the YouTube and the Instagram. Sorry, guys, no content next week. Chris has to watch an episode.
I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah, watch it. Let's bore some more people with it.
I haven't been seeing comments, but I've been seeing like little like shorts and like reels where people like are fucking like loving the show. They're talking about the drama. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Like if you like it, I love it.
Maybe you need to do a podcast with them.
Getting kicked off the pod. It's just gonna be girl.
Girl, girl, no gay.
Girl, okay. Homophobic.
No
She's
gays.
like
Girl, no gays. Sorry.
a photo of me with like the red cross.
Yeah. Fucking R.I.P.
Well, that's how I expect the pod to go on if I ever do pass. It has to be girl, no gays. R.I.P. Chris. You're not allowed to get a new co-host, so or you
I
can
could
get
I
like
could
another
talk to
girl.
myself for 2 hours. I think I could do it.
Like you get another girl and it can just be girl and girl.
I think that's going to attract the wrong crowd.
Oh my god, I gotta show you like what people search for, like what people
You
search for when they land on our videos on YouTube. The TikTok ones were funny because it's like we need to tell people this. So
go and tell the
when
kids.
on analytics, right? Like if you're on a business account, you can see what people search up to like reach your account. So on TikTok, I posted the reel about us talking about like how 40 pound cashmere kind of gives off rat vibes. One of the biggest search terms for it was like, "Am I gay if I wear cashmere?" And I
No,
just
it was,
burst
is
out.
Kashmir gay?
Oh yeah, is calorie gay? I burst out laughing when I saw that. And one of our search terms on YouTube is bi girls, like bi girls. I'm like, well, they in this video.
It's funny because every time I search girl and a gay, I just see people kissing or like just fucking rainbows everywhere. I'm like, okay, cool.
Anyways, thank you so much for joining us for episode 2, guys. It's been such a pleasure having you over and watching us just talk shit for the whole time. Talk about a bit of knit, go into my seedy business decisions, go into copying. We talked about quite a fair lot today.
Mm.
But yes, remember to join us weekly for new episodes of the pod. You can catch us on Spotify and YouTube. And make sure to catch clips on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as well. And you can always contact us at girlandgayofficial@hotmail.com in case you have any comments, questions, or queries that you want to send us.
I also want to hear if people have ever been part of a bridal party. I want to know this shit. Like, I want to
That
know
would
the
be good.
drama. The
Yeah,
best
why
drama is
not?
drama that has nothing to do with you. So, like, I want to
Oh
know it. I
yeah.
want to know if you've dealt with like nutty bitches as well, because that's just
No,
good fun for me.
100%. 100%. Yeah, let us know
Yeah.
if you've been in a bridal party and the bride's been a bit of a bridezilla. Like, that stuff is always really interesting.
But if you want to watch, if you want to keep up to date with Real Housewives of Rhode Island, episode 3, people, that's what we're going to be watching and talking about. Chris, make sure you watch it. That's an actual requirement.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.